What's up everyone, it's your girl Shay here and welcome to my channel if you are new, and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. And as you can see by the title of today's video, I'm actually going to be discussing a mature manga that I plan to read. So the reason why I decided to come out with this video is because I have been reading the manga Sweat and Soap, and I love that it has a little bit more mature material in it. I'm so used to reaching for manga that are like high schoolish manga, or that have the typical love triangle going on, or just not giving me enough. And Sweat and Soap, while at times it was a bit racy, I'm actually really wanting something like that in my manga now. Like, I want to read more manga that has a more mature edge to it. So I decided to go to Google and find some mature manga recommendations, which led me to one particular blog post, which I will link down below, that had about 10 mature manga that they recommended. So from that, I chose about 5 of them that really seemed interesting to me. So I had them written down right here on my phone, along with brief synopsises that I was able to gather from what the author of that blog put on there. One of the mangas, though, I did not write any sort of synopsis, just because I'm kind of gonna guess what it's about, only because of the fact that I've seen it plastered everywhere on my Instagram and on my Twitter. So I'm really excited to read that one as well. So I decided not to list a synopsis. So let's get started with the mature manga that I plan to read, hopefully at some point in the future. So the first one I have on this list is Velvet Kiss, and basically the synopsis that I wrote is that Shin Nita is in debt, and to pay off his debt he stays with a woman as company whose name is Kanako. So for the main reason why I decided to put this manga on the list is because of the fact that I feel like it is going to go into that usual trope of like, these two people hate each other and they're going to grow to love each other, and that there's a little bit something more conniving going on that's causing these two people to kind of get together. So I'm really excited to read this one. Hopefully I can find it on like Comixology or on iBooks or somewhere so I can read this, because it does sound interesting. Well, all the ones I have on this list sound interesting. The second one I have on this list is Nana to Kaoru. So Kaoru has an S&M fetish, and his friend Nana ends up becoming curious about his fetish. So this one sounded interesting to me because Nana is a character where, from what I read, she's very innocent. So I'm very interested to see what happens now that she has found out about her friend's fetish, and now that she's curious about it. And it kind of reminds me of like a 50 Shades of Grey situation, where Kaoru's kind of introducing Nana into this different world that she hasn't been in before. So that's the reason why, because I'm not gonna lie, I was a fan of the 50 Shades of Grey book. I didn't have an issue with it. I thought it was okay. Movies, but yeah, that's what this kind of reminds me of. So looking forward to reading that. The third one I have on this list is Boku no Nata Watashi, and it's basically, the synopsis is Momoko ends up at an all-boys school and then gets found out by one boy, so she has to make sure that no one else finds out her secret. This reminds me a lot of like if Ouran High School went like bad. So like, it's like, it reminds me of like, because as we all know, Haruhi in Ouran High School Host Club, like she's pretending, or not really pretending, but she dresses like a boy, so people have assumed that she is a boy. And of course, the people in the host club know that she's a girl, but they're trying to keep her secret so that she can basically keep working at the host club. But with this, it makes me think of like, what if the boys at the host club like found out she was a girl and like held it over her head to make sure like everyone else didn't know that she was a girl, and they were kind of like blackmailing her in a way. And that's kind of like what this reminds me of, which is why it interested me, because I love Ouran High School Host Club so much. So it's kind of like a edgy version of that, if that's a great way to put it. The fourth one I have on this list is Watashi, Love is Hard for Otaku. And the synopsis I have is Hirotaka and Narumi are both nerds who end up working together and then decide to date each other. So what interested me in this one is because I've actually had this one recommended to me, and I know that there's also a anime on Amazon Prime. So I plan to watch the anime as well, but I'm also interested in reading the manga, obviously. But also because of the fact that for some reason, the fact that the two characters are nerds remind me of me and my fiance, only because we're both nerdy. So that's why I'm interested in seeing what this is about. Like I said, I know it's on the more mature side, but I don't know, that's interests me. The fact that when it's like two nerds dating each other, because that's not like a typical trope. It's like usually like one person's a nerd and the other person's like popular or like not a nerd is the usual trope. So that's what makes me interested in this one. And the last and final one I have on this list is Snow White with the red hair. So this is the one that I didn't write a synopsis about because, like I said, I had seen it all over my Instagram, all over my Twitter. And what I think the synopsis is like another like a retelling of Snow White, but with a twist. So besides the fact that Snow White has red hair, like I'm curious on if it's something with the prince or what. So I don't know. I want to go into this one kind of a little bit more blind, but I'm really excited to read it. I'm really excited to see what like all the hype is about. And like I said, I'm excited to read just overall when it comes to these more mature manga, because a lot of the manga I have in my like bookshelf or that I've read do deal with a lot more high school romances, and they don't really get very racy. Like I said, most of it's just kissing. So I want something that's a little bit more, it has a little bit more mature material into it, because your girl's getting older. I'm getting tired of the whole like high school tropes. But yeah, I'm super excited to read these. Like I said, they're going to be on my plan to read list, which is of course like so many of us in the anime and manga community have all our plan to watch and plan to read lists that are ever growing. So hopefully I get to these mangas soon. And once I do, of course, I will update you guys and probably do little like TikToks or reels talking about them and giving like little mini reviews, which I do now on both my Instagram and my TikTok, which will be linked below. But yeah, super excited to have these on my list. Let me know what you guys think of the manga that I put on there. Feel free to comment below any suggestions you guys have for manga for me to read or anime to watch that are of a mature material. I'm okay with that, so definitely feel free to do so. And if you've read any of these manga, let me know what you thought about them. Just please do not post like any spoilers or anything like that. But yeah, that's kind of what I have for you guys. Of course, I will have links below to my social media accounts. I have an Instagram, a Twitter, and a blog, and a TikTok, which will all be linked down below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. It lets me know what you guys like and what you guys don't like. And also, please subscribe if you guys haven't already, especially if you're enjoying my content, you might as well just subscribe. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. Like I always tell you guys, stay positive, stay nerdy. In today's day and age, stay healthy, and of course, please stay safe. All right, you guys. Bye.